Hello, it's time for Tarot to a T. Here's the tea. Let's do the tarot, huh? So this is a mid-month reading for Gemini. And all you Geminis out there, I hope you had a good first half of March 2022. This is for mid-March 2022. I do these a little different than the regular monthly readings. I'm going to pull a card that tells me a little bit about a current situation you're dealing with in the middle of March. And then a card that's going to tell us a little bit about some complications with that. And then the third card will be a card of advice. Let's see what we can pull out for Gemini for mid-March 2022. Very good. Okay, so you're dealing with some niceness. 10 of diamonds. That's darn good. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, you're looking at, I think you just completed some kind of, I don't want to be too cliche, but some kind of cycle, okay? It could be the end of like a work situation. Maybe you settled a divorce. And the reason I'm talking that way is because the diamonds indicate there's some kind of windfall here. You've had a huge change in your finances in either case, okay? I'm going to clarify it because that doesn't seem like we need to complain about that, honestly. I mean, I don't know if it was a divorce, it may not be under the most ideal conditions, but let's see what's going on with the Gemini mid-March 2022. Or if you left a job, maybe it wasn't on the greatest terms. Maybe it's not something you wanted to do, necessarily. There was some change involved that forced this to happen. It's a kind of the change, when we talk about this kind of change, it's like a domino effect. So some things happened in the course of time that caused this change to happen, okay? There was a certain level of dissatisfaction. And just like you needed to get out of this rut, whatever this was a burden. It led to a darn good financial situation for you, though. Let's get another clarifier. Why is the Gemini doing well right now? And what led up to that with the finances here? Okay. Again, the major change card. I think you had to leave a situation, though, because this talks about having to leave, actual physically leaving. You separated, perhaps, from a situation where you just weren't satisfied. Okay, I know that's pretty vague. These are general readings, so take it how it resonates with you, honestly. I can clarify it just a bit more because this is basically talking about change and you receiving a payout here, or some kind of change in your finances. Not necessarily a payout like goodbye, here's your money, but maybe you left for a better opportunity that was going to pay you more. Huh. I'm going to mold that around a little bit. Definitely want one more card though. Okay. Yeah, you moved ahead, okay? You just needed to move on. There were too many challenges here, and I do think it's a work situation, honestly, because this Eight of Spades indicates there was stress at work that was probably affecting your health in some way. It could be mental health or physically. And you just needed a break. Maybe you took some kind of severance package. You could have been just like at that age where, I don't know if it still goes on as much, but it certainly was going on about 20 years ago, where they just wanted to kind of get rid of older workers because they earned more than everybody else. And they wanted fresh new meat, to put it bluntly. And so they would make you a deal to retire early, for example. And they would give you a severance package. You could have been like a co-owner of a company or some kind of business venture, and somebody bought you out because you just weren't having fun anymore. You had a lot of stress going on. The complicating factor was it did involve a partnership. And that's even more indicating, honestly, that this was a work situation. Okay, I'll just say that again. I think it involved more than one person, though. I think there was a group of people here. Like a triangle. Maybe people, too many chiefs, not enough Indians kind of situation. Maybe you were one of the chiefs. And there was just too many people to butt heads with. You just couldn't get things done the way you would prefer. Let's get a clarifier on this complication for Gemini in mid-March 2022, please. Again, the financial indication here about something just being done. This was definitely done here, but this is like, maybe the ongoing stress was finished with this card, okay? And the money going out as a result of this settlement led to you being able to pay off some debt or just make a purchase that you've been really needing. It was just like way overdue. Okay? You know what? It seems like this is a nice situation. I'm just going to go straight to the advice because I just don't see how we could get any better, because it looks like you're sitting pretty. And this again is a card of completion. I mean, the finality, like it is done. And with that, give me a second here. I think you had a little bit of a fear of change. Maybe this took too long. I think the advice is don't fear the change. Okay? And another type of reading that would be read more negatively, but I think it's a negative message, but it's saying don't fear it. I think you have feared it. It's saying move on, Gemini. Clarify the advice here for Gemini, please, for mid-March 2022. You're juggling It's telling you it's the end. You don't have to worry anymore. This is another end of cycle card, okay? It can mean other things, but because we have this strong message here that it's over, you don't have to worry anymore, and don't be afraid of the change. Maybe you were reluctant back here to change because you thought, well, if I don't do this, what am I going to do with my life? What is my purpose? Because too many of us, unfortunately, attach ourselves to what we do for a living. You know what I mean? Not like you just can't be. You have to be doing something. It defines you. I was in a relationship with somebody like that, and it's when you don't have that mindset, it's really hard to pull that other person out of that way of thinking. To me, there's more to life than just doing. I believe that with the bottom of my heart. We're not here just to do. That's a big part of living, of course, but being is also important, okay? So don't fear the change. You've got this. Like, you are done with this. You did the best you could do. One more clarifier before we wrap it up for Gemini, please. Again, completion, done, deal. And this is happy celebration. This is good times. This is being in a gathering of people where everything is just celebration. Okay? Time to celebrate, Gemini. Honestly, don't be afraid of the change. It's time to celebrate. I'll say one more thing about this work situation. If it was this stressful to begin with, and it got to you this badly, you probably are a very work-oriented person. You just throw yourself into it, and honestly, you could be a workaholic. And this is saying to let go of that change and don't be afraid of it. It's time to celebrate, and you're going to have good times because you were able to go through this transition, and financially, you're looking nice. Didn't talk about money anymore, but just it's the feel-good vibes. I'm going to leave it there. So leave some comments. I want to hear about your story, okay? I'll see you next time. Take care.